Hey guys, welcome back to the lair. Can you believe it's episode 4 of Track Tech Toys? And yeah, let's get into this update. So let's start with the track. I don't think I accomplished as much as I wanted to in the last 2 weeks. I promised you that I would paint that the base area, which I did. I laid down some of the pink foam, the last piece of pink foam that I needed for the terrain. I started to map out and started to solidify some of the terrain features that I would like in that area. But I didn't get as far as I wanted to in terms of painting the grandstands. Also, like, I still have to dry brush that gray area that's underneath. I want to add a little bit more of the terrain features. I need to still build the MDF. But anyway, so like I said, like, didn't get enough done on the 2 weeks. Some of it is due to just work in general. But all in all, we're still progressing. I'll still keep on plodding along. And we'll see where we go. But right now, that's where we're at with the track. Not a big update, but at least I got a little bit done. Moving on, we'll talk about tech first. This week, I released a video based on how I shoot slow motion with the ZV1. There were a couple of questions that came out of it, so I'm going to answer those questions first and then talk about a new piece of tech that I really like and I enjoy, which is all about why I'm doing the tech piece. So first of all, let me answer the question. So Gene asked, what was the difference with the wide-angle lens adapter and the native lens on the ZV1? So when you look at these two clips on screen, they're both shot with a tripod at the same location. Pretty much I just removed the wide angle and let it shoot in the native. You can see there's a big crop difference. That means the field of view is much narrower. The camera is pulled a lot closer to the track. So obviously you do lose a little bit of width without the wide angle. Also, the camera would have to be further back if I want to capture the same width without the wide angle. So that's the difference, Gene. Hopefully that answers the question for you. And then we had a really big question from Bo, and this is in regards to overheating. So, Bo, just to clarify, the ZV line from Sony, there's 3 distinct types. So the ZV1, this one right here, is what we call a point-and-click camera. It comes in 3 different generations. So there's the ZV1F, which is a toned down version of this, which is much cheaper. It does not have a high frame rate setting, but a lot of people use this just as a vlogging camera. Like I said, it's really good. Then there's the ZV1 itself, and then there's the ZV1 Mark II. All those 3 are point-and-click cameras. People complain because the batteries are very small, right? So the battery is super small, and obviously you'll need to buy an extra set. I bought an extra set of 3 batteries for this camera because it will run out. But the good thing about this is if you're live streaming with this camera, you can connect a USB power supply to it and we'll trickle charge this camera for a couple of hours while you live stream. I don't think I've done a full timing on this, but about 2 hours and it runs out. Overheating issues, I've never had any overheating issues with the ZV1. But then I don't really do a lot of recording at 4K, obviously. I don't primarily use this for high frame rate. Then we step into the APS-C. So this is the ZV-E10. So as soon as you hit the ZV-Es, you're going to interchangeable lens cameras. That E stands for the E mount, which is the lens. The mount for these cameras is the E mount. And then a 10 stands for the APS-C, so the smaller sensor size. So this is an APS-C sensor or a 35mm sensor. And this is an interchangeable lens camera. So this lens comes off and you can switch it out. like I said, for another lens, obviously, and it allows you a little bit more flexibility in terms of what you want to do. I primarily use this camera on my gimbal because it's a really nice small form factor. It does not have a high frame rate setting. Like I said, the only camera in the ZV lineup that has a high frame rate setting is the ZV1, so that's what I use for ultra slow motion. This does shoot 4K. I believe it shoots 4K 60, 4K 24, and in HD it shoots up to 120 frames per second. Once again, the battery on this is not that big, but it's a lot larger than the one that's in the ZV1. And I haven't had any overheating heating issues with this camera either. It also can charge over USB, and you can USB live stream as well with this camera. So you can stream directly from this camera with a USB cable, USB-C, to your computer, and you can live stream with it without having a HDMI adapter. I, however, use HDMI adapters with all my cameras. It just makes it easier for me. And then there is a step up above this. Now I don't have that camera. It's the ZV1, which is a full frame size camera. The battery is larger. It's the same battery as my FX3 and my FX30, and it is substantial. Now people have been having overheating issues with the ZV1, especially when they record 4K 60. I don't have that camera because I have an FX30, which is pretty much the same camera, which has a fan built into it, and it's used for videography more. So hopefully that answers your question, Bo. It is confusing. There's so many ZV cameras in Sony's lineup, but that was a question that you asked. Hopefully I've answered it. Anyway, so that's part one of the tech. Also, over the last week, I did receive 2 new pieces of tech for slot cars. So what we're looking at here is I got my setup plate finally, an aluminum setup plate. This is from Staffs. I really like this one. It has the lines across. You can see how straight the chassis is based on the lines. I wish it had grid lines horizontally as well, but it doesn't. I know Slot R has the one with like, you know, the old mathematics books with the grid lines on it. But I mean, at least I got my first aluminum setup plate. Pretty inexpensive. It came from England. Really nice quality. And on top of that, I got a ride height gauge tool. So this is very common in RCs. I have a lot of the RC tools, and this is the first one I've seen for slot cars. Basically, you set your car up on the onto the plate, and you slide this underneath, and you can tell at what point the body will hit. Here is the ride height, and you can make sure that it's even on both sides. Yeah, it's a great tool. I thought it was pretty cool that finally somebody made it for the slot car world, because we have this a lot in the RC world for setup. So I got these 2 pieces of kit, and once again, this is from Staffs. I got it through Pendle Slot. So if you're looking for it, just go there and you'll probably find it. And then the last piece of thing that I wanted to talk about was, I know a lot of us are traveling right now. I know Travis just traveled, and a lot of us travel, and I find a lot of the slot car guys do travel around, and they like to record when they do that. And I was thinking, what was my favorite travel device, and it comes down to this guy. This is my favorite travel camera. It is DJI Pocket 2. It's a really cool little half-inch sensor camera. It's gimbal mounted. You can see the little screen there, and there's a little camera there, and I go with this pretty much everywhere. It's a gimbal mounted, so it's really smooth. It shoots 4K 24, 4K 60. It does HD, does slow motion, does hyperlapse, does time lapse. It also has a live streaming section to it, which I've never seen before. Maybe that's a recent upgrade. I've never used it. It also comes, if you buy this creator pack, it comes with a little wireless mic that automatically connects to the camera. You just turn it on, it's automatically connected, and you have a wireless mic with you. So really convenient. I use this in Spain when I travel. I shot everything I did in Spain. Walked around all of downtown Barcelona. People didn't even notice I had a camera on me at times because it's so inconspicuous. I was pretty much just hung it here on my chest and walked around, and nobody noticed there was a camera. And yeah, it was really cool. I got lots of good footage. It's very clear for the size. Yeah, and it's got so many features, and I really love it. So great piece of tech. It comes in a very little, oh, there's a cool part of it too. It comes with a wide angle lens that is magnetic. So you just snap it on and boom, you have a wide angle lens on it. It connects to your iPhone. If you buy it with a creative piece or the all-in-one handle as it's called, it comes with a direct connection to iPhone, and you can put it down. So this little piece at the back here is actually a little tripod. You can put it down and you can control it with your iPhone and go and shoot. And yeah, the footage is really cool, really awesome. I really like it. And there's a lot of accessories with it. One of my favorite accessories, just show it to you, is this little handle here. So you know, it's got so you open up this latch here, and you remove this little piece here. So it's really cool. Like this camera comes with all the different connections. So it's got a connection for Android. It's got a connection for iPhone. So you can directly connect this to your iPhone. If you don't have this handle, you can use these connections. Or you can slide it into this wonderful little stick, which I take with me everywhere. And now you have an extending camera. And of course, being so small, you can get into little tight areas and go right up to the screen there. And really cool. And you know, it's a joystick controlled. With this extension, I have all the controls down here. You can mount your phone onto this. It's so versatile. And like I said, like sometimes when you just want convenience, this is like the best. And also for portability, instead of lugging out a huge camera bag and stuff, you can just use one of these and get the job done. So yeah, one of my really cool favorite little toys, gadgets that I wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, so that's that. Here's the most exciting part, I think, for most of us who are in the hobby world, who are in this hobby, slot cars. So obviously, we'll need to talk about the toys I got this week. Before that, something I forgot to talk about when I was doing the track update, or my hobby update, really. I should call it hobby update, not track update. Was you guys remember I was painting my first white body, and yeah, I ended up painting it. So this is the white body kit that I painted. Let's move it to the. So as you can see, I used shifting paints. But I used two different shifting paints and blended them together with airbrush. So we got a multi kind of chrome oil effect on the body. I thought it turned out really good. For the first time I painted a white body kit. I still have to finish it off, but this is something that I accomplished as well in the 2 weeks. So hobby related, but let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I thought it turned out really cool. But I'm super excited to finish that project off. Before we take a look at this final car, let's just look at the cars I did get for myself. Starting with number 5. So one of the cars I got, and something I was looking forward to getting, because this is for the Global Racing League. I already have 2 of the trucks. I have the original red Truckster, and I had the blue one. But I wanted this. Actually, I wanted the Aston Martin one, but it hasn't come out yet. And this one caught my fancy, so I picked up the Truckster conventional Jens Peter Spezi number 21 in this black and gold livery. I thought it looks really cool. Obviously, this is almost picking up on the player edition livery, which I really like. So I picked one of these up. I thought it was really cool to have. So this is car number 1 that I got, part of the new collection. I will do an unboxing and full review of this car sometime soon. And then second car that I got was this Thunderstock. This is the Lola T70 Can-Am. I have a T70 in red. I saw this livery. Really into yellow and black cars, and this kind of just hit all the boxes. So I picked up the Lola T70. This is the Can-Am edition. Really gorgeous looking livery, nice looking car. So that's car number 2 that I picked up. Right. And then the car number 3 was this Lancia. This is the LC2 from Slotted. Martini livery, one of my favorite liveries. I'm in the toss-up between the Golf livery and the Martini livery. I think I'm more of a Martini livery kind of guy. I do pick up a lot of Martini liveries. Not to say that I don't have enough golf ones, but I think those are the 2 liveries I pick up the most. Actually, that would be a good topic. What's your favorite livery? I think maybe we should do that on one of the live streams. Talk about liveries and which ones are our favorites, because I tend to pick up liveries that are the same a lot of times for different cars. So Martini livery is one of my favorites, and I was glad to get this. I do have a soft spot for Lancias. My favorite rally car is the Lancia Delta Integrale. And yeah, so I do pick up Lancias now and again. So this car number 3 that I picked up. And then car number 4, you guys know I'm a Mopar nut, and I had to pick this up. I saw this. I love the blue on this car. This is a Pioneer. This is General Grant. Awesome American flag on the top. Got this really nice blue livery. It's got a really cool looking hood decal there. Everything about this is really nice and cool, and I really liked it. So yeah, picked up this General Grant livery, and I'm really happy to get that. It's part of my collection. That's another Pioneer car to add to the pile. But it's a Hemi Charger. Who doesn't like a 70s Charger? One of my favorite cars. And yeah, I probably will pick up the General Lee. I don't know which one to get. There is the one that's weathered, and then there's the one that's nice and pristine. I don't know which one to get. I also saw the Spider edition of the Chargers. I'm really partial to that lime green one on the Spider livery. So yeah, maybe I'll pick up 2 more Chargers sometime soon. I might pick them up right away. But anyway, so let's get to this unveiling. So like I said, I promised if you guys had guessed this by before Thursday, you'd get a gift from me sent to you. So let's take a look at what people guessed, right? So I'm just going to the video here. Community. So There were 16 comments that came in. So let's see. Magnetic Racing says it's a track cleaning truck. I would have definitely picked up the track cleaning truck if it had come out, but it's not something. So my clues. Let's just first read my clues. So here's some clues. It's got a body kit. It has candy all over it, and it is an icon to the automotive industry. So the track cleaning truck is not an icon to the automotive industry because I don't even think that truck itself exists in the real world. So, and it doesn't have any candy on it. So, sorry, Doug, it's not correct. Marty didn't guess. He was the one person. There's two people that I thought would guess this car right off the bat, and that would be Sean Casey and Marty, because I had actually mentioned on one of Marty's live streams one of the cars I really wanted. Gene from Spare Room Slot Cars guessed the Porsche 911 GT3 in the M&M livery. Gene, you were so close. You're correct with the candy. It is an M&M livery, but it is not a Porsche 911 GT3. Although if there was one of those cars, I'd pick it up. Slugcar Dojo says the Haribo AMG Mercedes. I have 3 Haribo cars already. I do have the AMG Mercedes from Scale Auto, but that one actually was a little bit disappointing for me because it doesn't really work really well. So I already have those, so I wouldn't have picked them up. But that was it's definitely a car I would have picked up if I didn't have it. Slaka Wama says the cake car from the movie Animal House. I'm not a big movie car guy, so I don't really pick up movie cars. Plus, that would not be that icon in the automotive industry. So, Bryce came up with the Carrera Digital 132nd Mazda RX-7, yellow Japanese edition. So once again, got the color correct. The problem is this is not a Carrera car, and it's not the Mazda, no. So yeah, so those were the guesses that came in. Marty did not guess, which I'm disappointed in because at the time of reading this, those are the only clues I have. But the car that I picked up is a Rebel, and I'm gonna open it this way. So it is a car that I feel, number one, is very historical to me because we had a lot of these cars in my family. And number two, I do believe it's an icon in the automotive industry. It is a VW Bug with a body kit, with the M&M livery. It's a fun cup car. This is from Revel. Number 270. And then it looks very cool. In fact, I'm going to take this out of its packaging because I just have to. I will do a full unboxing and review with some special video effects that I want to try out with this car. So, stay tuned to that. So we will do it properly. But yeah, this is my second Rebel car. I do have another one. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. It really looks nice. I like the steelies on it. It's a really awesome looking car. It's the first time I'm moving it up, guys. So it's got a little wrap on there for the spoiler. I love it. It's an M&M car. Who doesn't like M&Ms? And especially on a car. So really happy I got this car. I debated back and forth. It was a little bit pricey for the car that it is, but at the end of the day, I was bound to get it. And I got my VW, which I've been craving and wanting for so long. I really like the body kit on it. I think it looks really cool. And it's M&M all the way around. So like I said, I will do a full unboxing and review of this car. So stay tuned for that. What do I plan for next 2 weeks? Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to get those grandstands painted. So that's definitely on my immediate checklist. And then for painting in general, like actually doing some painting work on cars, I do have that slot tank that we put together that needs a coat of paint. So I'm trying a new stipple technique. I might do that online. I might do a tutorial on that. I'm going to try a stippling technique that I learned on that tank, and I think it's going to turn out pretty cool. So I'm going to do that, and those are what I have planned for the next 2 weeks. Also, I'm going to start building the Ferris wheel. Now, that's not in line with what I had originally said, which was I'm going to complete one section at a time. But I think the Ferris wheel is such a cool centerpiece, and just having it complete might motivate me to, move along a little bit faster. And because I want to do it on live stream, it kind of gives us content for the live stream for every Sunday. So once again, like I said, every Sunday evening, I'll be doing a build on Conquest Lair, and we're going to start with the Ferris wheel. So yeah, stay tuned if you like that. Just stay tuned, and subscribe to Conquest Lair if you haven't already. That's where we'll do all the building and the painting videos. So on live, like we used to do before. Other than that, I do have a major announcement. I'm very close to getting to 1,000 subscribers. Now, I'm not big on subscribers. Like, if subscribers subscribe to me, great. But when I started YouTube a year ago, my goal, I didn't know any of you guys. I didn't know if the community, even how much of this community existed. My one goal when I started YouTube was get to 1,000 subscribers. That's all I wanted. I said, like, I'm a very goal-oriented person. So I had said, like, get to 1,000 subscribers, get 52 videos done first year, try and get to 1,000 subscribers. In my first year, I did 52 videos. I think I just got just under 500 subscribers. And I was like, okay, I'm going to continue with year number 2. I'm going to introduce the live streams, which has now become really popular. And I'm going to try and get to 1,000 by the end of this year. So as much as I don't want, like, I'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers, but I don't need anyone to subscribe just because just to get me that number. I want you to subscribe to my channel if you find value in what I'm doing. I've also changed my recording over this period of time from doing car reviews to now actually showing you a little bit of my inner self, I'd say. So I do tech reviews and everything, and I'm really enjoying this. And now it's more about vlogging for me than it is trying to, come up with something cool every week, which is what I used to do with unboxings. I will get back to unboxing because I do believe it really stepped up my video game. But anyway, I'm rambling. So what I wanted to announce was I've teamed up with Sunday Slot Cars. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to launch a giveaway. And I was thinking about it. I could give away cars. I've already done that. But I wanted to do something special. And I teamed up with Sunday Slot Cars. Billy and Amanda came through for me. I got a DTM Forever analog kit, which I'm going to be giving away. Now, I know most of my subscriber base already has track, already have invested into their track. So that doesn't stop you from participating in this giveaway. And these are my feelings, right? I could have said at 1,000 subscribers, I'd take that and give it to somebody I know. But I think it's cooler that it goes to one of you. And if you already have a track, then give it to a younger person that's coming up, or a younger person that you think would be excited about receiving a slot car set and would really appreciate it. If you don't have a slot car set, then good for you, man. You just got yourself a new one. But that's my whole thought process behind the DTM Forever. It's an analog set, so you're not stuck to running Carrera only, but you get a good Carrera track, a good starter track. But yeah, that's the giveaway. So when I do hit 1,000, I think I'm at 49 to go. That's something I really want to give back to the community, and hopefully it passes on to someone, one of the up-and-coming youngsters. Just like we have Sasha from DNA really making an impact. My daughter is a big supporter of the slot car. She's not in front of the camera, but she loves to drive slot cars. So any kid would the joy from the kids is what I want to share. So if you enter the contest and you win and you already have a track, just give it away. Give it to someone that could benefit, and we'll grow this hobby together. Other than that, guys, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having fun. Until next time, have fun on rails, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.